Welcome, witches and wizards. What's the difference between a £15 reading? So a £15 reading gives you another reading, the same as this, and you can ask one question. The £60 reading gives you 45 minutes. We do a full spread on your family, your love life, your work life, and how the future looks for you. And then from there, you can ask 2 separate questions like this from what we've already discussed in the big reading. So it depends what you're looking for. Perfect. All right, Misu. Perfect, yeah. So, did you have an overarching question? Or should we just do the general, the 4 areas? It's technically 5 areas. The present moment, the family, work, love, and future. And then we'll go from there. Yeah, I always struggle to fit this. I'm going to try and fit it all on so you can see all the cards. All right. Use the shop. You can buy readings. So this is going to be 45 minutes long. So don't expect a reading until about 20 past. But yeah, we can get back into the queue afterwards. Now, Misu, we're starting with your present moment. We're starting with the 2 of Swords. This is full of fear. We are almost scared of the world around us, like it's not ours to control, and we feel almost guilty that if we did have that control, what have we done with it? And so it's led to worry with the 8 of Swords. You blow everything out of proportion, and yet this is all in your head because we've got the Chariot and the Strength card. This is, first of all, you are exactly where you need to be, and it's, have we got the 5 of Pentacles anywhere? We don't have the 5 of Pentacles. That's almost a surprise because it feels like we've hit rock bottom, and yet being there is perfect for you, because only when you have nothing to lose do you realize how much energy you've actually got. So embrace the suffering right now. And in doing so, we will overcome it. Saying that, even though I told you in your last reading that we need to go on holiday over the next 6 months, it's going to take longer than 6 months to overcome these fears. Then we have your family situation. And you're probably the wisest one in your family. It's almost like they look up to you, almost like a witch, or you're the witch or wizard in the family. And so we are very caring to others. We've almost got an ego about it, like, people come to you for information because you're intuitive. We've got the High Priestess. You trust your thoughts when it comes to other people's problems. You've got the 5 of Swords. So your actions usually help those around you. And with the star as well, the hopes and dreams of your family weigh quite heavy on you. And so the family situation is amazing, but that's solely because you've dedicated 90% of your life towards them. Your work, you've got the Ace of Swords. I'm assuming you've just found a new job. We've got the Three of Wands as well, so there is definitely room for promotions, for that greater financial gain. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles, so on the cards is some form of rise, but the card is reversed, and it's because we don't trust ourselves. It falls back onto this fear and worry, where if we hold back on basically what we are worth, then the world will never reflect that value. If you keep telling the world that you're overachieving, then the world never has to step up what it gives you. And so work should be going amazing. And yet if you find yourself hitting any roadblocks, you have to question your confidence in that moment. And so I honestly expect you to get promotions, and you are the only person to blame if you don't. Sorry, I feel like I'm telling you off. Let's move on to your love life. We've got the Three of Cups. I'm assuming you're single. And correct me if I'm wrong, by all means. Because I am jumping to conclusions with the cards in front of me. But we've got the Three of Cups. And now this is, you haven't been able to enjoy the area of love for some time. Yeah, very single. And it's because the same way that we can do really well in the work environment, but we feel like we aren't deserving of it, we look at love the same way. We go, well, as long as I'm doing my daily chores, as long as I'm doing what needs doing, why doesn't love work for me? But love is completely different. Love isn't a chore. It isn't something that gets done every day to keep the love ticking. It is something that should flow. It's something that should feel natural, and to the point that every day you wake up, the person you end up with will change every day to you. And you'll be excited to find out what's new, what's exciting. And so we do have someone on your cards, the Queen of Wands. Again, reversed. So if you keep your eyes shut, this person will go straight over your head. Because it's followed by the Seven of Swords. Sorry, the Seven of Swords is in front of it, which says that you stab yourself in the back multiple times. Or I should say you stab yourself in the eyes, because there are obviously people that are attracted to you. Even the Three of Cups, you should be able to enjoy and celebrate love. Even if you're not in a relationship right now, there are people that care about you. There are people that want to be with you, and you are constantly pushing them away. Jama, welcome in. Now, if you're doing this unknowingly, for someone that meditates in the bath, you've glanced over and you've allowed that small voice that's saying that you're not worthy to continue. Or put it this way, I don't think you meditate as much as you probably think you do. Because this voice should have been crushed a long time ago. Now finally we have your outcome. We've got the Four of Swords. Even hearing what I'm telling you now is probably making you tired. because it takes a lot of effort. And we've got the Hangman, and so yes, the next 6 months is going to be hard for you. But if you discipline yourself, the nightmares can end, and we can sow the new seeds that need to be sown. The final card, the Three of Pentacles, think of it as that's a dark image I just got in my head. But the image I got in my head was, you know, when some people die, they ask for their bodies to be planted with like a tree seed, and so that they become the nutrients for that tree. Yeah, your old way of living has to die. And your old way of living will become the nutrients for your new self. Perfect. That's everything. I honestly love that idea. It's a good idea. I might do it. Who knows? Actually, no, I know how I want to do it. I want to go like a Viking. I want them to push my body out to sea and then light it with a flaming arrow. But yeah, good. You've got 2 questions. What's your first question? Into my future. Let's have a look. Any area in particular? Okay. One where they drop you in the ocean, regrow the coral reef. That's kind of beautiful. Kind of creepy at the same time, but yeah, I can see that being good. Future, alright. Just trying to think what we haven't spoken about already. Like, it's obvious that we need to build up our confidence. Go on, we'll just go through the cards and see what comes up. We're starting with the Ten of Wands. You allow life to give you a bad back, let's say. You carry a lot of shit. It's followed by the Ace of Cups. Now, this doesn't look like a love reading. This is very mental. This is speaking very much about what's in between your ears. And so you struggle to embrace any chaos that hits you. You're negative. The Two of Pentacles is my favorite card, but it's because it tells you that even when shit is hitting the fan, you can usually control it. You can overcome and basically appreciate the situation you're in. In terms of your future, the best piece of advice I could give you is I need you to expect chaos. We were actually talking about this earlier today. I need you to expect chaos, Misu. And in doing so, you allow the world to throw anything at you and you'll be prepared for it. We've got the Queen of Cups. You're positive, it's very loving, it's very intuitive. And once again, there is this deep-seated wisdom inside of you. It's why people see you as the spiritual one in your family. And yet we don't use it. And yet it is there. It is asking to be used. And so, accept the burden. You asked for purpose. And so your purpose will come from your intuition. Your purpose will be your ability to interpret what is happening around you. And I need you to be excited for that. You can't allow the weight of the world to stop you in your tracks. And your answer is the King of Wands, which, when it's reversed, you don't wish to be a leader. You don't wish to be in front of a crowd. And yet that is where you thrive. Now, I'm not going to turn around and be like, you're going to become a motivational speaker in front of millions, but start small with those closest to you. If you feel like you need to say something, let it out. Because once again, we've got the Nine of Swords, which says you see the worst case scenario. You wish to open your mouth and you go, but what if? And by overcoming that fear with the Four of Wands, by overcoming your anxieties that have been holding you back, you get the Justice card. Your life becomes completely balanced. You accept the negative, you embrace the positive. That love that you have for the world can then be given back to yourself. Without confidence, none of that can happen. I feel like I'm going to vomit before I speak in public, but I have always loved being part of a dance group or band. It's exhilarating. So I need to speak up more, be more confident. I tell you what, Capt puts a good point forward. And I've done both. I've been a salsa dancer, and I'm not good in front of. If I could see how many people are watching, 15, 13, yeah. If I was talking to 13 people in front of me, I'd probably be stuttering. But I'm not, so I can talk. But I still remember to this day the best lesson I was ever taught, and it was my headmaster was like, "Oh, I need you to say one of the prayers in front of the choir, like in front of the whole school." So in front of, I think it was 300 people. And I was like, yeah, no problem. But I'm dyslexic, so I read really slowly as it is. But it went, look, if you're nervous, I want you to read the sentence in your head and then read it to the audience. I'm always told I'm a leader type person, but I never really wanted to lead. You don't have to lead the masses. Start with those closest to you. But it's funny because he gave me that piece of advice and I still use that piece of advice to this day. But that could have easily traumatized me because I still screwed up. There was one word I couldn't read, and without saying the word, it made the whole 2 paragraphs that I had to read not make sense. So I'm trying to read it in my head, and I'm just spiraling out of control, and I end up missing the sentence. and like because everyone was looking at me because I hadn't said anything for 30 seconds. And yeah, I'm so grateful that I was put in that situation, because the fact that I have now stood up in front of 300 people and the worst case scenario happened and I'm still alive means it no longer has the same fear on me. So this does require you to make mistakes, and you shouldn't be scared of making them. Your Oracle card. Wholeness. When you see the bigger picture, everything becomes simple. Whether it's something just came to my mind and I forgot it. These that don't want to lead are the best leaders, because they guide and motivate instead of micromanage. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, a leader that wants to lead isn't a leader, they're a boss. But with wholeness, you have to understand that if you force, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't know how to say it. Put it this way. I may see something on the cards that I don't feel is right to say to someone, and yet I force myself to always say what is on the cards, because the cards won't tell you something you're not ready to handle. And one thing I always remember is I don't have the full picture. I see your story. I see where you are heading, the emotions, but I don't see the reality of the situation. Which is why I've had readings where I've said one thing in my head and the person has taken it completely differently. But because of the way the cards were laid out, they got the exact message they needed. And so, don't worry about being right. I just need you to worry about being present and giving your all confidently in that moment. And I promise positive things will come from it. One last question. Are you thinking? Do I have anything in my cards for spiritual guidance or how to improve my spirituality? Do you know who your spiritual guides are? No, I try to be spiritual though. We're starting with the sun. This is one of the most positive omens in the deck, and it's in the upright position now. Your spirit guides are always with you, or whoever this is. I don't know what your beliefs are, whether they're angels, Norse gods, Greek gods. But you have someone that has been trying to bring your reign of terror down for a long time. Because you have the most positive card in the deck, followed by the most negative. And this is all in your head. Should they be a specific who? They don't have to be. Even if you know there's just someone guiding you, and know that the best blessing that they can bring you is the destruction and the death of your world. You're gonna fight it. We've got the Hangman and the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is someone that holds on to the past. The Hangman is someone that is willing to wait and be patient. But the Tower says that what is happening to you is no longer your own doing. Your guides have waited long enough. You are obviously not willing to change yourself. And so even though it may feel like you're alone on this journey, and Nine of Pentacles is, if I want something done right, I need to do it myself. Hence why you're so good at doing it for other people. But they are going to use that against you. I'm there too, Fred. They will show you what it truly means to be there for yourself. Which is why we've now got the Eight of Swords reversed. Almost every, all three readings, we've either had the Eight or Nine of Swords, which both talk about sleepless nights and nightmares and worries. Spiritually, you can overcome all your worries through something as simple as going, everything happens for a reason. That is something we need to accept within ourselves. We need to personally go, fine. What's happening to me is meant to happen, and it will happen. But the sooner we accept that, the sooner we aren't just helping everyone else around us, but we are then included, because we've got the Ten of Cups. Spiritually, it's basically wisdom inside yourself that you need to be able to read, that you need to be able to pick up on, and so that you can help yourself. Your guides don't have to do anything to your mindset. You missed the part on the swords. It's the warrior card, the Eight of Swords, but I was saying that it's come up in all three readings. It's your biggest problem. Is you jump to the worst case scenario, hence why you haven't been able to make your own decisions. But the moment we overcome it, and you will overcome it, I promise you, especially with the sun in this reading, the moment you trust yourself and go, no, I'm fine. I'll get through this. Guess what? I always have, I always will. Not just your family will be in good nick, but you will also. You basically become a peace warrior. You won't be able to get into fights. And I don't think you've got a temper. None of your cards say you've got a temper. Do you mean I've been a server all my life? You'll continue to serve, that much I know. But the difference is you'll also be serving yourself. It'll make a huge difference. Because your final card is the Justice card reversed. Every one of these readings has also said this takes longer than 6 months. Oh, a survivor. Did I read it wrong? Survival. Been a survivor all my life, not a server. Sorry. I still think you serve. But yeah, I see that. The Justice card just balances everything out. I don't want to say it's going to be fixed overnight, because it obviously isn't. And you are going to naturally worry. Even the problem here isn't that you're going to see the light or you're going to struggle to see the light. That isn't the problem. It's those old habits die hard. And so you will constantly want to go, well, I'm in a tough situation. What do I do? Let me worry about someone else's problem instead of my own. And so you will start to notice a change very quickly, but it takes you honestly more than 6 months. Hello? Hello? What happened? Was it gone for a long time? What did you miss? Not long. The internet just beeped. I can see you. No, we're back. It looks like we're all back. Let me just refresh the page. For like 30 seconds. Oh shit, I heard where you said it takes you longer than I think you were talking. Oh shit. I said something really good. Obviously you weren't meant to hear it. Because I can't remember what I said. It's the problem with being intuitive. You don't think before you say, which means I'm very bad at remembering what I say. I think I covered everything. None of us worked. Yeah, I don't know why it disconnected, but you're on. Did I not talk about the Justice card yet? Oh, we missed a huge amount. Wait a second. Sorry. Was it gone for a long time? On YouTube, I can flick back and see where I was. Come on. And so you will start to notice a change very quickly, but it takes you honestly more than... Oh, yeah, I think I know where I was. Did I? Yeah, okay. I think I was saying how fast you'll notice the signs, and tell me if I'm repeating myself. But yeah, you're gonna have to wait. Did I talk about your old habits dying hard? Yes or no? Yes. Then I don't think I missed anything. It must have been like 2 seconds. Couldn't have been 30 seconds. Go on, let's continue with your witch card. We have transition. Embrace it for what it is. In terms of your spiritual journey, you're transforming. In terms of your spiritual journey, it's going to be ugly, it's going to hurt. You are going to try and slide back into your old habits constantly. Your worries will always resurface, but one day you will have control. Oh, did I talk about your age, meditating for the same? Sup, welcome in. Ah, that's the bit I missed. All right, perfect. No, I remember the bit you missed. So, I was saying all you need to do is a minute for your age. I've said this a lot in my streams, and this is just good practice for everyone. But because we are going through so many harsh changes, if you can be aware of what you are feeling in the moment, it won't be so dire when it catches up with you. So you need to do a minute for your age. Something spiritual, something relaxing. It can be a form of meditation. It could be you jumping in the shower. It could even be lighting a candle or an incense every morning, just to make sure you get out on the right side of the bed. And then that way you'll notice your good days. And when you're in the slump, when you're struggling and having a bad day, you'll realize that it's just one day. You'll realize that your life is not a failure, that your day is just the problem. You could do that. Even if you start now, within a week, you'll notice a difference. Where, yes, the universe is going to throw shit at you. But you'll know the difference between your shit and the universe's shit. And if it's not coming from you, it can be dodged. It can be ignored. The same way a lot of people get very emotional on a new moon, on a full moon, because we're so close to that spirit world, that we're picking up other people's energies. If you're doing a simple exercise of meditating every day for a minute of your age, all of a sudden you hear the voices in your head and you go, that's not the voice I'm used to. That's not me. And it'll allow this transition to happen seamlessly without you getting angry or frustrated. You'll welcome the change, you'll welcome the chaos instead of fighting it. Sorry for the interruption, but that is what I was saying when it cut out. So I do hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed. Six months of obstacles. I wouldn't even say struggle, just 6 months of obstacles. But it allows you to be your best self. It allows you to look after yourself and serve yourself and not just others. You are transforming. Embrace it. You've been hiding in your cocoon for too long. Perfect. But yeah, from me, stay kind, stay cute, stay curious, my friends, and I'll see you all very soon.